Gangster's Kingdom, Club 4, Yao Tian. The Club Family. Chapter 3, Loyal and Just. Just and not letting down. Loyal and not fearing death. The Four of Clubs, Guan Yao Tian, is the heir of the ancient Guan Yu blade arts, and he has inherited its essence. His father worked for the Hong family as one of the best instructors. Yao Tian showed his talent in blade arts at a very young age. As he grew up, he eventually merged many other genres into his own technique and became a grand master in blade. The Guan family owed the Hong family much favor. Thus, the whole family are devoted to the Hongs. Yao Tian's father also taught him to be just and to not let others down, while loyal and not fearing death, and should never betray his friends and family. At first, Yao Tian had his role in the family as a pawn, doing petty jobs. He earned his trust and importance after a successful rescue of Hong Wu's life. It was a normal day, when Hong Wu and his old friends were enjoying a nice meal at the Hawei Jun restaurant, until a Vietnamese gang ambush stormed in, well prepared and armed with automatic weapons. Being overmatched, both in manpower and firepower, members of the Hong family suffered severe casualties, and eventually only Yao Tian and a few were still alive. He managed to clear a passage covered with blood through the horde of Vietnamese assassins with only a short knife. He assembled with the family members coming to the rescue and escorted his boss to safety. But that was not the end of his day. With his arms covered with knife wounds and a horrible long cut in his back as a result of saving his boss from a fatal attack, he went straight back into the restaurant to bring his remaining brothers back. Since that day, Hong Wu started to think highly of Yao Tian and promoted him to his most trusted bodyguard. In the following decade, Yao Tian saved the boss and many other VIPs countless times from moments of crisis, and the family rewarded him with the Club 4 card. One night, on the second floor of the club family's largest casino, the door of a tea room is knocked open. A family member enters in haste and quietly reports that there is a strange white guy with English accent who has won several games and injured a few staff. Yao Tian paces out of the room, and from the staircase he sees a man wearing a peaked cap and a leather jacket sitting in front of a stud poker table in the south corner of the ground floor lobby. "Auger, I don't remember inviting you to drink tea," Yao Tian asks with his poker face. Auger raises his head towards Yao Tian and shrugs his shoulders. "I prefer England tea anyway." In the wide and quiet tea room, Yao Tian and Auger sit facing each other. Yao Tian starts making tea for the two of them with proficiency. Auger observes Yao Tian's cumbersome movements with interest. "You only drop your murderous look while making tea." This pot of water, couriered by air from the Ling Mountain. This tea, hand-picked bud tip of the red rope. The water temperature must be 80 degrees, no more and no less. This is how one makes the best tea, and this is how one enjoys the best tea. That's why I never kill people while making tea. Yao Tian takes a cup of tea, lightly blows onto the surface and starts savoring. Auger raises his cup and takes a sip, and then his eyebrow frowns. "I need to see Hong Wu." "You must know that one can only meet the boss through me." Yao Tian returns his teacup back to the tray, and some sort of killing intention starts accumulating in his blazing eyes. "You know he owes me a favor. I really need to meet him," Auger replies, almost sincerely. "Okay, defeat me and I will take you to him." Yao Tian raises his cup smiling, but his gaze never drifted away from Auger for even a fraction of a second.
Who's that Pokemon?
1蚊啊，真係難計啦！難做嘅嘢又好做。
Hello, my name is Fu Manchu. Now, if you've seen any of my past reviews, then you know I absolutely love DAMTOYS Gangsters Kingdom figures. And back in June, I got the following. The very first member of the Club's gang, Club 2, Van Ness. And this figure is awesome. The only thing that I had a problem with this figure is the fact that he came with a black t-shirt originally that would stain his body, but I swapped it out with a white t-shirt, and I think he looks pretty good. But yeah, this is the only member of the Club's gang that I have until today, because today he's getting a friend. So let's not keep Van Ness waiting and let's get to the review, shall we? Today's review will be on the DAMTOYS, and look at there's Bane saying,
"Oh, you've got more gangsters than I have mobsters, Mr. Wayne."
I know, Bane, I'm addicted to these things. And this is for the Gangsters Kingdom, Club 4, Yao Tian. And just like the Greg figure I just reviewed, Yao Tian's box artwork is awesome. Check that out. Now, if you look carefully, you'll notice that his forearms are cut and bleeding right there on the box, because that's right out of the little story thing that I read you at the beginning there. That is so cool. You'll see that he's holding a bloody sword and a gun, and that is so awesome. Now, this figure of Yao Tian is based on the actor Roy Chung. And if you know anything about Roy Chung, he was in a movie called Young and Dangerous 3. And if you look at the side of the box, you'll notice that there's a bird on the box. But that's not just any bird, that's a crow. Because Roy Chung's name, or at least that's what they called him, was Crow in that movie. And that is awesome! It's a nice little nod to the actor and the movie. I absolutely love that. Looking at the other side of the box, we have the Gangsters Kingdom logo, and if you turn it to the side a little bit, you'll see that the artwork continues onto the side here, and you get a nice profile shot of Yao Tian, and that is so cool, man. I absolutely love that as well. But it's on the back of the box where the artwork is truly awesome. I love this picture so much. I almost feel like this should have been on the front of the box. That is so cool. Down here you got the Gangsters Kingdom logo and all the people it took to make this figure. And like I said before, I love you guys. Keep these figures coming. Man, I have loved every one of them. Now, one of the things that's odd about this box is the fact that if you line it up alongside the Greg figure, you'll notice that it's a little taller than Greg's box, but Greg's box is a lot longer. And that's kind of cool. Now, this Yao Tian figure actually does come with an extra piece, the tabernacle. Now, I did not get that one. That one's a good like $100 more. I got this one with a really good deal because of Black Friday. And yeah, I didn't really want just the tabernacle. There's nothing really special about it. It's just like, you know, a set piece. And like I got the couch with Benson, and I ended up giving the couch away to Mr. Evilcheese because I figured he'd use it better than I could because, you know, he likes 1/6 scale furniture and stuff, and I didn't have anywhere to put it. And honestly, I just thought, well, I don't need a tabernacle, so I didn't get that. But as you can see, the figure is just sold in a normal box here, and then the tabernacle would probably be in its own little plain cardboard box because that's the way the couch came and stuff like that. So you know what? This is pretty awesome. So I say we waste no more time and open up this box. Oh, but before I do, I just noticed as I was looking at this box one last time. You notice he's got the Judge Dredd S in the eye? That's kind of awesome. Yeah, okay. Anyways, let's open this box. Now, just like the other Gangsters Kingdom figures, the side of the box opens with a flap and is held down with magnets. And when you open it up, you will find one side is all black and the other side has the little paper insert with the little blurb thing that I read you at the beginning, and that is awesome. Now, you'll also notice that he has his card right there. And that's kind of weird. I've never seen the cards smack dab in the middle of the blurb. Usually it's like over there and the blurb's like around the card, but yeah, that's kind of strange. But you know what? I don't care, because at least I get a card, and that card is awesome. I love that artwork. As you can see, he's the 4 of clubs, and I absolutely love that. After removing that paper insert, we're greeted by the usual foam, and laying on top of the foam, but between the insert and the foam, we find this really awesome comic. Hey, wait a minute! What am I doing on this comic book cover? Huh? I thought this was about him. What am I doing there? Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'll level with you. That's not me. That's Guan Yu, the god of war. But you know what? Hey, I can pretend. But anyways, we got Yao Tian right there looking truly awesome. Another piece of artwork that I absolutely love. And man, oh man, I am so happy that I'm on the cover of this book. But anyways, let's look underneath this foam and see what we find. We find a truly awesome Gangsters Kingdom figure. This figure looks amazing. Now, I know you couldn't see me when I removed the foam for the first time and got a glimpse of this figure, but I gotta say, this figure is ginormous. He is so tall. And that explains why his box is so much taller than Greg's box. Because I thought those figures, I got them within a couple of days of each other in the mail and I hadn't opened them yet. And I thought, why is this one's box so much taller? I mean, it doesn't make sense because I thought, well, they're both kind of basic figures, especially if you don't get the tabernacle with this figure. They don't have that many accessories, and I assume they'd be basically on the same body, but no, this figure is going to tower over the other characters. This is awesome. Now, like I said in the Greg review and all my other Gangsters Kingdom reviews, I'm not going to be decking this guy out completely with all of his accessories and stuff in this video, but I will show them off and show off the figure standing up in a second. But looking at him in the package like this, you can see he's got the plastic on his boots down there. He's got the plastic covering his tattoo because apparently it's a fresh tattoo, and that's what you do when you get a new tattoo. And he's got a little bag around his head because Dexter got to him. Now, I hope that means that this little jacket here won't stain his body. I mean, they usually put that on there so the staining doesn't, start staining the figure before you get it. Because I am going to display him with this jacket. Hopefully it won't stain his body. Hopefully it's light enough that it won't. But, there's no guarantees for that. But man, oh man, I cannot wait to see this figure standing up. So I say we waste no more time and stand the figure up. What do you say? Looking at his accessories first, we have this truly awesome gun. This is amazing. Now, one of the things that I don't see in the package that these normally come with are extra magazines. This one just has the magazine that's inside of the gun, but that's okay. And then below that, we find 2 wristbands. Now, those will probably stain his skin because they're black, but we'll have to find that out later. We've got this really cool silver chain that goes on his pants, that goes to his belt loops. And then down here, we have a gold chain that goes around his neck, and that is so awesome indeed. Below that, we find his really awesome machete-looking sword. This is almost like a futuristic looking sword too, man. This thing is so cool looking. I absolutely love that. And then over here we have some extra hands. Doesn't look like he has any rings or anything on his hands, just hands. And then over here, what do we got? We got a little baggie with 2 toothpicks, and that's really cool. So if you don't want him with the cigarette, you can have toothpicks hanging out of his mouth. Then he's got extra hands over here. Like I said, no tattoos or anything on his hands or rings. And then above all this, we get a cigarette with some smoke coming off of it, and that is really cool looking. And then we get some glasses, and those look amazing. Looking at the figure, and man, this figure is awesome. Now, as you can see, he's not wearing his jacket anymore because I had to take off all that plastic. And I figured, while it's off, let's look at his tattoos and stuff. So let's check out this tattoo here. You can see I'm right on his chest. That is awesome. He loves Foo so much he got a tattoo, and you know what? That makes me very, very happy because I'm a big fan of these figures, man. And it's cool when they think you're cool too. And you know what? That is so awesome. But yes, that's Guan Yu there. He's got some little writing down in one arm over here and some writing down one arm over here. And like I said, this figure is absolutely huge. If you can't tell by his muscles there, this figure is gargantuan. Now, I assume it's the same body as the Benson figure. That's what I would assume. But my Benson is still packed away, so I need to dig him out eventually. But honestly, I don't know if this is the same body, but it seems like maybe it would be. But this figure is really tall, and I don't remember Benson being quite that tall. But yeah, if you look carefully there at his arms, you can see he's got the scars from the being stabbed and cut and stuff from that scene that I read you at the beginning there. That is really cool. And if you think those are cool, looking at his back, check that out. He's got a great big gash across his back. That is awesome. But yeah, this figure, look how big he is. I mean, not all the gangsters have a body like that. Usually they just have a generic body, but this one is huge. Now moving up to his head, let's check out this likeness. That is so cool. I absolutely love that. You can see he's got a little bit of stubble there around his chin and mustache area. That is so awesome. I love his hair there, the way it hangs down. It's got the shaved part in the back, just like Roy Chung in the movie or whatever, Armed and Dangerous 3. That is so awesome. It's even got some like lighter shading and stuff in it where it like fades down. Yeah, that is amazing. And yet again, they did an amazing job on those eyes. I absolutely love the little smirk on his face. That is so cool. But yeah, this figure is absolutely amazing. All the little details and stuff down here. He has the little crow belt buckle. It's cool that there's a little ring there that you can hang that chain on. That's cool. See, one of the other figures that I got, I think it was the other club member, he didn't come with a ring like that. I had to like, bend the ring out and then attach it to his belt buckle. So, or not his belt buckle, his belt loop. And yeah, that was really hard and scary to do because I didn't want to ruin it. But as you can see there, there's already a little loop there. That is cool. And look, on the back here, he's got another one. It's facing upward, but at least it's there, so that's really cool. So thank you, DAMTOYS. Now I don't have to do that myself. Down here, he's got some really cool jeans. As you can see, he's got rips and tears in them, and that looks so good. I mean, seriously, these outfits are amazing, and DAMTOYS has really knocked it out of the park. This is so cool. And all these clothes are like tailored to these bodies, and it just looks so good. You can see like the fading around where the wrinkle lines would be in the pants. That is neat. They're rolled up at the bottom down there, and he has some really cool looking combat boots on. That is awesome, man. Let's look at his boots from the side here and check them out. Yep, as you can see, they're different than Greg's boots, and I absolutely love that. That is so awesome. Does he have plastic around his ankles there? Can't tell. Yep, he sure does. I got to take the plastic off down there. That is so cool, though. Looking at the figure from behind, you can see the jaggedness of his hair there where it's longer than the shaved parts. Down here, you got the scar again on his back, and that is really cool. Working our way down here to his jeans, and you can see he's got like some dual pockets there with fading around the bottoms of them. That is so awesome. And then down here, you've got the weathering again where the wrinkle lines would be, and then the back of the boots. And that is so cool. But the figure only gets more cool when you add that vest on top of his body, and it looks so awesome. Now, this vest feels like suede leather. It's super soft. And what's really neat about it is just like the Greg figure, it actually has a wire inside of the top part of the collar, so you can pose the collar like it's standing up and stuff. And I think more 1/6 scale companies need to be doing that, because that is a great added bonus to the jacket. It just makes it so much more posable and stuff. That is so cool. And you can see his pockets there have little studs or whatever on it, and that's really neat. I love the stitching on it. Looking at the back of the jacket over here, and that is really awesome. You can see it kind of looks like leather there at the top too. That is awesome. Now, looking at his likeness up close, and I think it looks just like Roy Chung. This looks so amazing, and man, I am so happy with it. Love the way his bangs hang down over his eye there. Love the way they painted that stubble around his lips. That is so awesome. Yeah, this figure looks incredible, and I'm so happy with it. Now, one of the things you're probably saying is, hey, how big is this figure standing alongside of Club 2? Well, let's find out, shall we? Going down here and starting at their feet, you can see he's got some gargantuan feet compared to Club 2. So let's work our way up and see how short Van Ness is compared to this figure. And man, that is amazing. So you see what I mean when I say this is a gargantuan figure? Yeah, this figure is huge. I honestly think that Van Ness needs to be thankful that Yao Tian is actually in the Club's gang, because if he was in an opposing gang, yeah, that wouldn't be good for the Club's gang, would it? Now, when this figure was first announced, I wondered why he cost so much more than the average Gangster's Kingdom figure, and I assumed it was because of that tabernacle, because the tabernacle is pretty much the size of an action figure itself, and it comes with a bunch of little accessories and stuff like that. And I do like the fact that they sold this with the option to get it or without it, and that is really cool, and I hope they continue to do that in the future with other releases, because, you know, yeah, that was like a $300 figure with the tabernacle. But honestly, now that seeing the figure like this out of the package, yeah, I know why it costs more. It's because it's huge. This figure is huge. And you know what? I really love him. And now I got him on sale, but I would say he was worth every penny. And honestly, I think this figure is awesome. So, there's my review of the DAMTOYS Gangsters Kingdom Club 4. Yao Tian! And man, this figure is awesome. Now, I say that about pretty much everything I get, but especially Gangsters Kingdom figures, because I'm not kidding. I have not been unhappy with any of the Gangsters Kingdom figures, and every one of them just seems to be getting better and better. Now, I had a little problem with Club 2 because of that black shirt, but honestly, that was nothing I couldn't fix myself. And this figure is amazing. Now, I can't believe that I've gotten 2 Gangsters Kingdom figures, and I'm almost caught up. I just have Peak Chin to go. So man, until I get Peak Chin, or until another figure gets released and I get behind again. But you know what? I'm not really behind now. So Peak Chin, here I come. And until next time, tune in for more Full Reviews.
Game's over.
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss Full Reviews.